Today, I am giving you a review of old-fashioned cider donut. When I got it, I didn't smell it in the store, I just purchased it. And when I did finally smell it, it was clear to me that it was familiar. Yes, that's right, it was a familiar scent. It smelled exactly like Cider Lane. Now, I've been a little hot because I like fall candles, but I am a born-again Christian, and therefore I do not celebrate pagan holidays. I do not celebrate demons and witches and skulls and death and all of that. And so this year's Cider Lane single wick came with skulls and demons and witches, and it looked like a voodoo curse in a jar. And for those of you who celebrate it, that is what you enjoy. But I have a religious reason to not bring things that in my religion would be considered an offense to God. Every one of us has a personal right to do whatever we choose to do, but it would be classified dead things, celebration of the spirits of the dead in the born-again Christian religion, which is a spin-off of the Jewish religion, and we have the same roots in the laws presented by Moses. No dead things, no idols. So, but this right here is beautiful. It's a caramel apple scent. Apple is a living thing. Caramel is a living thing. They're foods. They're good. It smells wonderful. It has a crisp apple scent in it. And you're probably wondering, why are you showing me Cider Lane in a candle review video for old-fashioned cider donut? I cannot speak for the 3-wick, but there is no donut in this cider donut. Cider donuts that I get at the store, they smell like a donut first and foremost. Then they have spices to them, a cinnamony spice to them, maybe a little clove spice. And they have a warm apple sauce smell, or a warm cooked apple smell, caramelized apple smell. Now, this candle smells just like this candle. There may be subtle differences, but when you burn a candle, you aren't going to notice subtle differences. This is my favorite caramel candle. This is an old one. I just kept it as a memento because I love the packaging on this, and I love this Cider Lane so much. I wish they would bring this packaging back and make that Cider Lane packaging. It's just so beautiful. You know, a leaf, Cider Lane. Could be a different leaf each year if they choose. It's so pretty. But this packaging, even though it's more complicated and probably costs more to do, I don't like. I won't know when I've burnt my candle through. I won't get to see the flicker of the flame as much. This is not a luminary. This is a plastic sheath. Sometimes these burn, and as I'm using the candle, and they look pretty burnt. So there's that. It's a pretty design, but I would have rather it was done as an imprint and not a plastic sleeve. I'm particular about the packaging on my single wicks. I like just a label, or you can put a design on the candle. I like the scenic candles with the designs on them. And I will tell you, if you like Cider Lane, this is almost certainly the exact same candle. This is a fresh Granny Smith apple or a Honeycrisp apple, either way, and a caramel. This candle doesn't have as much caramel as this candle, but that's splitting hairs. This is also an older candle, and Bath and Body Works candles do get a little stronger if you're burning last year's candle versus this year. So, but this seems to have more green apple, raw apple, not cooked apple, not compote, and it doesn't have the spices in it that I associate with cider donut, and it doesn't have a donut in it. I was aware it might not have a donut, but I thought it would at least be a cooked apple. It's not a cooked apple. It is a raw, crisp, green apple or Honeycrisp apple with a caramel. And I say Honeycrisp apple because Honeycrisp apples do have a caramely flavor to them without being caramelized. So, and maybe there's a hint of cinnamon in the caramel. But if you have if you have Cider Lane, cider donut is the same candle. This is a caramel apple candle. And I mean, me personally, I can never get enough caramel apple candles. I enjoy caramel apple candles. I will not be burning this candle because I do have my Cider Lane and I wanted something different. So I'm going to take this one and exchange it for either mahogany apple or harvest pomegranate, whichever one I can get in my store, so that I have something that is unique as I want it. And if they don't have either of those two for me to give me another apple scent, then I will just give them this one back and call it a day. But I wanted to do this review for you because this is a good candle. I buy Cider Lane candle as a single wick all the time, and I'm always very pleased with it. It throws enough for me. Of course, you can get a stronger throw if you get a 3-wick, but I don't need a 3-wick. I'm very happy with the 1-wick in some candles, and fall candles oftentimes are the candles where I can be happy with a 1-wick. So there's that. This is not collectible for me. I don't think the packaging on this will look beautiful over time. I prefer the scenic where they put artwork on the exact candle, and then as the candle burns, I can see the flicker of the flame and everything like that, versus this where it's just a sleeve. It's a pretty sleeve, if it were something other than a candle. But I have I have Cider Lane. I'm happy that it comes in another name, Cider Donut. So now I know if I'm in the store and I see Cider Lane or Cider Donut in a candle, they are the same, and that is they are a caramel apple scent. I believe I heard somebody a long time ago who was talking about Cider Donut and Cider Lane as if they were very similar, but we hadn't had Cider Donut in a while, so I didn't know that. I think I slightly prefer Cider Lane because it's more caramel, but we get a lot of caramel apple scents normally in Bath and Body Works, and most of us like them all. So just to let you know, this is another caramel donut. It could be caramel. It could also be called caramel apple. We have had caramel apple before, and that one's good too. But there's no donut in here for those of you who want a bakery scent. This is a caramel apple, which I think are very festive and fun. Reminds you of festivals, fall festivals, and different things like that. Just wanted to put that out there for those of you who were interested. I won't check the throw on this one because I've burned these over the years many times. The throw's always good on them. And this one has a nice smell to it. I am burning one of the single wicks that I purchased in the single wick sale right now, and the throw on that one is really nice. So I'm feeling good about that. And yeah, if you like single wick candles for fall, they've got some nice ones out there, and I'm very happy to let you know. This one is a caramel apple, much like Cider Lane or previous caramel apples, if you would like a candle like that, for, a little bit less than money. God bless you.